Hey, good day, good day. This is the brand new edition of the Celebrity CEO Show, the premier show you're listening to today. And if you're not hearing the sound of my voice, that's because something has gone horribly wrong and it's not streaming. Ha! But if you can hear the sound of my voice, that is great. Dora Maria, good morning to you, Mary Kim, Christina, and more. If you can hear me, could you do me a favor and put in the Clubhouse BWC chat? I can hear you, or good morning, or hello, something like that. Again, my name is Ramon Ray of Brent. Wonderful. Thank you. Brand new show, the Celebrity CEO Show, about one thing alone, to help you build a better business by building a better brand. We have a few topics we're going to talk about today. And to the BWC crew, good morning. We're going to bring you in. But right now, immediately, I'm going to bring in my co-host right now as I click and stop this music because it's simply annoying me, Robert. So I'm going to put you on, Robert. Now I'm going to put you on right now, Lanika. How y'all doing today? Lanika, what's going on? Robert, what's going on? Lanika, how are you?
Good morning. I'm good. Ready to go. 5 a.m. Let's have it happen.
Let's do it.
I was
Robert,
tempted to bring in my own annoying music, man. I was falling asleep there a little bit.
Robert,
I was head nodding.
I was falling asleep myself, but that's kind of, that's what I could do. And those who are on the BWC side hearing the sound of these amazing people, Robert Kennedy, introduce yourself in 10 seconds, and Lanika as well. But BWC, we're on a social audio app. So those of you who are watching us, I think we have up now, I'm looking at it, 10 million people watching us live on video in my dreams. And so that's the video side. Lanika Johnson and Robert Kennedy are here on video side, streaming across platforms. And we're also live streaming into BWC Crowd Breakfast with Champions on Clubhouse, the social audio app led by Mary Lynn Wilkin. Thanks for having me back here to do an 8 a.m. full hour segment. So that's what we're doing today. And before we dive into it, we have some topics today, Q&A and discussion. Robert Kennedy, talk to the people, tell the people who you are, what you do, who you serve, and you know what, why you'd be so privileged to be on this show when you have the same color sweater as me and microphone cover. Robert, the mic is yours.
Hey, y'all. Robert Kennedy III, RK3. That's me. I work with small business owners, teaching them how to tell their stories, both on stage and on video, so that they can increase their revenue and attract their ideal audience. You can find me at robertkennedy3.me. And I'm here just because Ramon's my dude. That's why.
Indeed. But I was thinking of someone, who can I have and give no instructions, a lot of risk, possibly look like fools? Robert Kennedy, I can call. He just said, okay, I'll show up. So y'all definitely check out robertkennedy3.me, a good guy, and you'll get to know him. Maybe in future episodes, I was going to have a different cast of characters, but I think, you know what? We'll see how this goes. Lanika Johnson, what's going on? Press, staffing, and more. Talk to the people, tell the people who you are. Good morning to you.
Good morning. I am Lanika E. Johnson. I am the dual CEO of Trash Logic and also of Press Staffing. And so I service two different communities. I service entrepreneurs with Press Staffing, and I also service multifamily communities with Trash Logic, and we manage the waste and make sure it gets where it's supposed to go.
Absolutely. And Lanika, how can people find out more about Press Staffing? I have a suspicion what I think the domain is, but why don't you say it in case it's one of those fancy, like Robert has .me, .net, .ai or something. What's your website address, Lanika?
Absolutely. So you can find us at pressstaffing.com, real simple, pressstaffing.com. Yes, there are 3 S's in there. People ask me that all the time. And you can also find us on all socials as Press Staffing.
I love it. And BWC crowd, you are not out of the woods. I'm going to bring you all in a minute here. Christina Howard, good morning, and Mary Kim, and Tony's here, and Eamon is here, and Renee is here, and Jessica's here, Terry's here, Maria's here, Shay is here, Bella's here, Jacqueline's here, and of course, Mary Lynn Wilkin, who leads this amazing community. If I didn't say your name, don't worry. Malika Starr is here. What's going on, Malika? Good to have you here. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to hit this little button here. Let's see. Lord Almighty, please, when I click this button, let it make me look smart. Let's see here. You know what I'm saying, Lanika? You got it, So we'll jump right into it. A few topics we're going to talk about, Robert, Lanika, and crew, and then we're going to open up for discussion and talk about. But let's jump into the show. Ding, 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 ding. Top 20 most valuable brands in the world. Apple has displaced Microsoft, Google, and Amazon as the most valuable in the world. Indeed. Wow on that. And I want to touch on that. But the bigger issue I want to touch on, Robert and Lanika, is about branding, of course, because this is the Celebrity CEO Show. Let's touch on that. I'd love to know from you, Lanika, any of these brands stood out for you, or you were like, wow, and I should have given you all a link ahead of time, but we'll get to that later. There's some other brands below.
Right now.
And
I think the most glaring thing to me is the gap between Apple and Microsoft. Do you see how large that number is? That is a huge gap between those two companies.
And I'm surprised that Amazon's so far below, though. I thought Amazon would be like bigger up there.
Yeah, Amazon. Wow. And I was expecting Tesla to be higher on the list. So this is
Robert,
interesting.
what do you think?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know who did the study. I think sometimes there's some.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, it wasn't you. There may be some different things inside of that. I think some businesses divest, or they have different arms of business that may not be counted in some of this. I mean, I'm coming up with. I know that Amazon has different holdings, so maybe that's not an entire, thing. But that
Okay.
said, Apple is those are my people too. So let's talk stocks for a second. No.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
Team Droid,
I'm
as you
so
know.
glad.
I still have a Droid device. Ooh, that's cool. You can have 4 little boxes on the screen, but I like this one a little better. I see.
Well, I mean, you got the Google down there. They're not doing too bad. They're not doing too bad.
No, indeed, it's not too bad. And Samsung is there, Google is there as well. And I realize I have to get the show headed. But I think this is interesting. Anybody on the BWC side, curious, were you surprised that, what was it? Apple is the top reigning brand on here? I don't know. Anybody's available. If you want to, you're welcome to chime in now. I'm going to pause. Mary Kim, Christina, Tony, Valor, anybody else on the floor. You want to jump in and say hello to Robert, Lanika, and let's talk about the aspect of these brands that were the top. And then, Robert, Lanika, I want to talk about branding overall before we move to our next topic. Anybody on the BWC side want to jump in on mic, say your name and join us? If not, no problem.
It's Mary Lynn.
Hey, Mary Lynn.
It amazes me how the top brands stay the top brand. Like Apple, how long are they going to be the top brand when we have Android users? But no, I'm just saying, it's the consistency, their blue chip stock. Like, do we ever think they'll go undefeated as a top stock? Like, once you hit that spot for so many years in a row, are you really ever coming down again? I don't know.
Well, I'm guessing, Marilyn. No, I realize. I'm guessing, Marilyn, that Walmart could have been here X years ago. Walmart could have been in this top 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a great point. Do you ever come down once your brand is high? Anybody else want to chime in? 1 or 2, and then we'll see what Lanika and Robert want to say, and we'll move on to point 2. Anybody else want to? And if not, no problem. Just on mic, say your name and join in. By the way, Lanika and Robert, Marilyn Wilkin is the head of BWC. It's always good to say a name. I think you know that, Robert, but started by Glenn Lundy. Glenn Lundy passed it to me, and Marilyn was kind enough to say, Ramon, I will take the mantle, and she's done a far better job than either of us have done. So anybody else on the BWC side want to on mic, say your name and jump in, and if not, we'll move to the next topic. All right. Wonderful. Lanika, Robert, any thoughts on that? I'll turn to you first, Lanika. Can brands, clearly the answer is yes, but what do you think about brands shifting, going down, or brands going up? You have press staffing, right? I'm sure in 5, 10, 3 years, 6 months, you want press staffing's brand to increase. Thoughts on that, Lanika?
I think what's most consistent about all of these brands, and I think the reason that you see a lot of the same companies shifting just back and forth into those places is because they're very consistent with their quality of delivery, right? I think that is what we see, and their brand identity, their loyalty. So we're gonna see that shifting all the time, back and forth, and it's almost like a battle. But yeah, just that consistency is what keeps them where they are. But I also noticed there's 4 American companies in the top, which is surprising to me.
Yeah.
Robert, what do you think? Shifting?
I think there are a couple of things here. Number one, these are all technology companies. And so technology is what's driving the world right now. And leadership and culture is also an important part of this. I don't know if it's just that once you're at the top, you stay there. If we think about back in the 80s, Kodak was a top company in the film industry. Where's Kodak now? They actually had to file some stuff that we don't want to file some years back. But yeah, there are quite a few variables inside of that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, you're right about that. And I think that, reading some comments here on Clubhouse, Christina Howard says, love Robert. He's the best co-host in the world. He's the best host in the world. His beard is absolutely amazing. Love how his camera lens looks on him. Love his microphone. Robert is amazing. The best there is ever. Christina
Nobody
Howard
wrote that, dude. That was
well, that's what I'm seeing here. Even saying good morning. Robert, stars Tina. I thought
I'm
this was
opening
recorded.
up Clubhouse right now.
Exactly. Robert saying, Ramon, you can't lie to me on the comments. All right, everybody, let's move forward to our second topic of the day and see what's going on. Then we'll jump into some other things. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, so many of you may know the name Peter Shankman, or in fact, actually, I should say, Lanika, many of them may not know the name Peter Shankman, but some of you may know the brand Haro. Help a reporter out. I'm curious on the BWC side in the chat. If you've heard of Haro, just type Haro in the chat or whatever you want to do. Just indicate that and somehow. Maybe, maybe pause. BWC side. Anybody heard of Haro? Help a reporter out. Anybody used it? Yep. Julie Loken, amazing. Who said that?
It was Julie Loken.
Hey, Julie. Yeah. Hey, Julian, how are you this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Good to have you here. Hear your voice.
I can't wait to hear what you're going to talk about Haro, because I have another alternative to Haro.
Ooh, I love it. So Peter Shankman, I want to hear that in a minute. So Peter Shankman has launched something called SOS Media Queries. The print's so small, Anika, I feel like one of them old people. I got to go like this to my screen so I can read it.
You see me, I'm like this, close to the screen.
Get some new glasses, bro.
Source.
Get
What's
that
it say?
prescription up.
Come on, Robert. What does it say? Source. I can't even see it. Source.
Everybody's like zooming in on the screen.
Yes. Well, it says something. Hey, and by the way, G, what's going on? G is here saying hello. Amazing photographer, more Gwendolyn's here. And Spicita's here. Hey, Spicita, glad you're here. Love to have you here as well. And Christina Smith, love having you here. Great. And we'll be talking about school in a minute. Christina Smith, by the way, glad to have you here. So the bottom line is Haro was this thing, Help a Reporter Out, which you can go to. You got an email about every day. No, I think you got 3 emails a day or something like that, where you could scroll through there and then pitch your business, called Help a Reporter Out by Peter Shankman. That was sold to another brand that was sold to a PR brand, PR Newswire, something like that. They closed it down some time ago. So Peter Shankman resurrected it and called this new brand SOS Media Queries. So my question for you, Robert, and I'll turn to you first. Feel free to comment on Haro or this, but have you used, and if you haven't, it's okay, but what do you think about these services? They email you several times a day. You kind of go in there, pitch the reporter. So how do you pitch, Robert? Is it useful? Should you try to get publicity? Take this where you want to take it, Robert Kennedy.
Well, you should absolutely try to get publicity. I mean, that's what drives business in certain spaces, right? I've used it in the past, and I think they may want to promote it a little bit differently, because when I thought about media, I thought about, okay, big, large media getting on TV. And in some spaces, it was somebody who just decided that they were going to start a magazine. You know, no shade on anybody. They may not have the growth or the audience just yet. So sometimes you pitch something and it may not be what you expect. So, and yeah, 3 times a day is a lot. I think you can choose your frequency as well, though.
Correct. But I know sometimes I start to get overwhelmed because you pick it, out of 1,000 queries, you're going to hit 1 or 2 succeed, maybe not 1,000. So I found it a bit overwhelming, but I have gotten press from those things. Lanika, what's your thought? Have you used it? Is it a good idea? Do you know Haro, whatever? Talk to us about all these things.
So I used it a lot back in the day in the 2000s. And a lot of people don't know this about me, but I spent 7 years of my life on ABC 15 in Arizona. So I used it a lot. I had a lot of brands send me things through Haro to present on air, and it was great. And I also, I was able to give a lot of access to smaller brands by using Haro and letting them know, hey, I'm doing a Christmas segment if you want to send me anything that you want on camera. So I thought it was really great, but it was overwhelming. There were too many emails, too many times a day. Yeah. And so I don't know. I haven't used it in years, so I don't know what it looks like now, but yeah, it was great back in the day.
But I got an idea for a new business venture that I'm going to say in secret. Well, I can tell Robert later on, but I can't say it right here, Lanika, that you and I should do with your people, and you have another idea. But hey, Jeriel saying source of sources. Thank you, Jeriel. Appreciate it. Marilyn Wilkins telling Tina Wilson to come to the stage. Jeriel, again, Haro, Julie Loken. So I think it's important. Has anybody on the BWC side, again, the advantage of this kind of program is that you can have live audience feedback right here on the spot, which I love, which is why I wanted to come back and be on BWC. Ayana, who I know Lanika knows is with the Musical Web. Ayana, thanks for being here today. And I know these are sources could be perfect for you. Kimberly Wyckoff and others are here as well. Anybody on the BWC side want to unmute and talk about your experience with Haro, these kind of PR sources? Are they good? Are they not? Have you used them? What do you think? Let me pause for 5 seconds. I can't, Robert, I can't pause for 5 seconds. I'll pause for 3 seconds. Thank you. No, the clock didn't start yet. It's going to start now. Anybody want to jump in? All right, cool. On the BWC side. All right. All right, cool. Good.
Hey, Renee. Oh, Renee.
That's okay. I'll be Renee.
Hey, Ramon.
Hey, Tina. And Tina, tell people who you are. We got a live show here. We got 40 million people by now. It goes up watching us on a video. No, 50 million people. Tell people who you are, Tina. Then jump in.
A bazillion people. And you look great on YouTube. I was
Thank
watching you on YouTube. I am Stars Tina. Good morning, everyone. I'm a life and health coach, and I take people from good to great to amazing with movement, right? You got to move your body to feel better. And traumedy is my thing. Traumedy no more is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide, life-changing experiences occur. And I'm that person that's just going to balance out your life. So that's who I am and what I do. Great to be here.
Love it. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Wait a minute. Lamar Tyler's here too? Lord Almighty. Lanika, let me fall off my chair.
Guys, Listen.
Tina's going crazy.
Hold out. If you want to take your business
Thank you, Robert.
to the next level, you got to be in Georgia. You got to be in Georgia. It's in less than 2 weeks. I'm picking out my outfit right now. Like, here's
Lamar, how much did you pay Tina Wilson to be your champion? I thought she was my biggest
Right.
champion.
That's much
But
You gotta
Tina,
get the school app. He's
Tina,
in the school. I can't
Tina,
stop talking.
Tina,
Yes.
Tina, you here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Calm down.
Tina, did you want to make a comment about press releases and publicity, Tina, or not?
I just want to rant about Ramon and TSP because they changed my life in 2024. And I know in 2025, my business is going to explode because of traffic, sales, and profit. Like, I just can't shut up about it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I love it. I love it. Lamar said, get in line, Ramon. Tina's with me. Oh, boy, Lamar, good to have you here again. Lamar has changed many of our lives, a mutual friend of me and Lanika and so many others. So good to have you here. But yeah, anybody else want to comment on PR publicity? Peter Shankman's new SOS Haro type thing. Have you ever pitched before? Is it discouraging when you pitch and don't get selected? I'll pause for a bit here, see if BWC crew wants to jump in. And if not, I'll turn back to you, Robert and Lanika. Anybody else want to jump in on this? Say your name.
I just want to say that Lamar is paying people to hijack the
Right. He's everywhere.
She doesn't feel like she has to jump in. Like, you're not looking for hands. Ramon does not go for hands. You have to jump in.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you. Whoever's raising a hand, don't raise a hand. Just unmic and say your name. Unmic, say your name. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Julie, mic is yours. Go.
Hey, well, you need PR. You need publicity because it manages your reputation and it validates you in terms of the public. If you're ever looking to sell your business, get investors, they're going to look to see what your digital footprint looks like. So try it out. Haro, I've used before. There's another one. I can't wait to check out SOS. But if you are looking for one that seems to be pretty fruitful, it's called Quoted, QWOTED. And journalists are on there like mad men and women. So check out Quoted as well.
I love it. And Julie, let me tell you something. I mean, I've invested in PR before, Julie, and I want to turn and get your comments, Robert and Lanika, is that I've invested in it. People say, oh, Ramon, how did you get with Maria Bartiromo, a Fox business PR person? The dude made one call. It was like, get my boy Ramon on here. Here I am on national TV. MSNBC with JJ Ramberg back in the day. I've been on there several times. And I can go on being the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Inc., Entrepreneur. Yes, I pitch myself and I do it very well. This is what we talk about in the Celebrity CEO program. However, you can do it yourself as well. And or you can invest in PR, hire a PR firm to do it. Lanika's been on the other side, as it were, of the equation on that. Julie Loken does this for a living. Robert Kennedy's a communication specialist. So getting publicity for your business is kind of one of the metrics one of the benchmarks we talk about, even if it's a podcast. So Robert, let me turn to you, get some final words on PR, publicity, all the things. Lanika, I'll turn to you. Robert, talk to me.
It's always good to get the publicity, and my appearances have also been like yourself via relationships, and so it's helpful for you to figure out who are the people that you want to form relationships, who are the producers at some of the TV channels or some of the media outlets in your space, and then figure out how you can get closer to them. Is there a chamber of commerce meeting? Where can you get connected and form relationships? Because pitching is good. Relationships are going to beat pitching every time.
Come on now. Go ahead. Lanika, jump in. Talk to me.
Yeah. So the last thing I want to say is that my good friend Kenya Moore, who was the executive producer over at Morning Edition on NPR, she made a really big point to my audience to let them know that when you're pitching, just remember that they don't care about you, they care about their viewers. So make sure you're pitching about, what it is that their viewer is going to learn from them talking to you. What is it? Sure. What's in it for them? So I just wanted to say that because I think a lot of people send out these blind pitches like, hey, I'm the greatest ever. You need to talk to me. And nobody really cares. So.
And Lanika, Freddie Taylor's here. Lanika, are these your people, my people,
hey,
just mutual friends?
These are our people.
I think it's our people. I'm a bit competitive, Our people. What's up, Freddie Taylor? Glad you're here.
I see Spicita here too. I saw her earlier.
Yes, indeed. Christine Smith is here. The whole TSP crew is here, and I'm very proud to say that, a proud member of TSP family. But no, publicity is very important. And again, everybody, just a quick commercial break here. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Celebrity CEO Show. Ramon Ray, you can get to know me better at celebrityceo.com, celebrityceo.com. We do one thing and one thing alone, help you get more attention for your business so you can earn more trust, so you can make more sales. That's what we do. Download the free Celebrity CEO Blueprint at celebrityceo.com. celebrityceo.com, celebrityceo.com. You will see many more things coming from Ramon Ray, focused on how you can build your brand, how you can build a better business by building a better brand. And that's what we're aiming, not aiming, we do. Thousands and thousands have read the book Celebrity CEO. So I encourage you to get your book today. And if you want a free copy of it, you know what? If you take a screenshot of two of the most handsome men in the planet, one of the finest gals in the world, you take a screenshot of us and share that with me. Oh, I got you. Take a screenshot with me and post that and tag it. I may just send you a copy of Celebrity CEO. Lanika, talk to the people. Yeah, you know, let's go ahead. We'll give y'all 3 seconds.
How are they going to get a screenshot of me? I'm
oh
kidding.
Yeah, that's a good. How we can do? Well, you can use AI and just do and add Marilyn Wilkin, head of BWC.
But I do see Robert
Please.
is on stage here in Breakfast with Champions, so you could, if you could get a screenshot, he's in here too.
There we
Would
go.
that count, Ramon?
That does count. You know what? That counts on the BWC side or live video. That's I forgot about that. Yes, take a screenshot of the app as well. Share that out. Tag me and others and do that. But Lanika, remind people who you are, who you serve, what you do. Feel free to have both companies run whatever you like. These are small business crowds, so I'll leave it to you. Yeah. But what do you do? Where should people go? What website should they look at to get to know you better?
So I am Lanika E. Johnson. I am the CEO of Press Staffing, and we staff every single type of remote position that you can think of. We are based in the Philippines. Press stands for Philippines Remote Expert Staffing Solutions. So small business owners, you can find me at pressstaffing.com or press_staffing on all social media.
And I'm a proud client of Press Staffing. I was like looking around for some help, and I said, let me see if Press Staffing can really do it. Some of you are at. Robert was a co-host of my 5-hour summit, and Lanika's team just totally, in a good way, obliterated in a good way the whole thing. They hosted it, did it. She was there adding in as well and helping some things, but her team is amazing, Press Staffing. So you're looking for some good people to help you build a better business, definitely check out Press Staffing. I am a client. And if you've mentioned my name, she'll give you 5 years free. Okay, let me stop. Robert Kennedy, talk to me.
I will give you a discount though.
There we go. Remind people who you are, who you serve, Robert, as we keep going on with the rundown with the Celebrity CEO show. Go ahead, Robert.
Love it. Thank you, sir. My name is Robert Kennedy III, RK3. I'm the president for Kinetic Communications. We are a communications firm here in Maryland, and we work with small business owners, helping them figure out how to tell their stories on stage and on video. So let's go. You can find me at robertkennedy3.me.
And Robert Kennedy is good people. I've known Robert, worked with Robert for many, many years across a number of organizations and mutual areas we've been in. And so Robert is definitely good people. Not that he needs me to validate, but I like doing it. I like uplifting friends and people I've worked with and seeing Robert's salt of the earth, really good people. And with a voice like that, you can't even, I mean, obviously they have to, I mean, come on.
It's microphone, Dave.
It's the voice.
You just got to get the mic.
Freddie Taylor, I shouldn't
tell you
sure
where
how
to
to
get
do
it.
Freddie, you're cheap. Why are you trying to get so much attention, Freddie? You didn't have to put it in the comments. You didn't have to show me that you did it. I'm going to see it after the show. Listen, everybody, we're having fun here. Lanika Johnson, Ramon Ray, Robert Kennedy, the Celebrity CEO Show. Get to know me better at celebrityceo.com. We'll have archives of this, hopefully, on the website as well and more. So, again, we're on the Breakfast with Champions. I want to shout out my colleagues, my friends at Breakfast with Champions. Those of you watching this on live stream, this is one reason to download Clubhouse, the audio app. You may have thought, is it still around? Is it still there? It's still there. There are thousands and thousands of us who join it every single day on the Breakfast with Champions Clubhouse side. So definitely download the app. Check it out. Led by Marilyn, and I see Jacqueline here, and Shay and others are here as we move on today. Let me pause real quick. Anybody want to jump in, say some comments before we go on with the topics? Let me pause for a second or two. Just unmic, say your name. Don't wave your hand. Unmic, say your name on the BWC side, and I'd love to have you in. I'll pause for a second.
Good morning, Ramon Ray. Tracy Orioni here.
Tracy, I knew that voice was a Tracy. How are you? Jump in. Talk to the people.
I'm doing well, Ramon. I just want to say I have enjoyed reading your book.
Thank you.
So thank you for it, Celebrity CEO. And it's definitely something that everyone in this room should grab, because it will help to elevate your business.
Thank you, Tracy. That means a lot to me, especially coming from you, all smart people who say that. It means a lot for me. And guess what? Thank you so much, Tracy. I appreciate that. And by the way, Tracy, while you're here, tell the people what you do, who you serve, and we'll continue on with the Celebrity CEO Show. I keep saying the Rundown with Ramon. That's another show I have at 7 a.m., which goes live on USA Today Networks and is growing. It's a different type of show. The Celebrity CEO Show is all about marketing, mindset, and money. But Tracy, tell the people who you are and what you do and who you serve, please.
Absolutely. So I'm Tracy Oriomi here, and I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I am a financial educator. I educate individuals, business, and families about money and how money works because we know how to make money, we know how to spend money, but oftentimes we're not doing smart things with our money. So I have to educate individuals about money and how it works. And my target audience, so to speak, primarily are women over 40 who want to make sure they don't run out of money in retirement.
I love that, Tracy. Thank you so much. And your skill set and all those things are needed. We all need better help with money, some more than others. Ding, 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 ding. Another topic here. Touch on. I issued a press release using EIN something wire, talking about this show. I issued a press release saying the Celebrity CEO show, hosted by Ramon Ray, launches on Clubhouse. What I got from that are thousands of impressions, links, etc. You can Google Celebrity CEO Ramon Ray, and you'll probably see KLA TV and some others, which will be popping up. So my question, my thought, my riff with Robert Kennedy here from Robert Kennedy 3.me and Lanika Johnson of Press Staffing is really to dive into, our press releases useful? We touched on PR, and I think Julie Loken chimed in and said, yes, PR is useful. But just a side note, I just thought to bring it up. Or is it useful? And I'll bias you a bit, but feel free to vigorously disagree with me. I think they are-ish. For $95, which by God's grace for me, for my budget, I did it to test it. I'll try it. I'll probably do it once a month, Lanika and Robert. I found maybe for the SEO, I don't have science on it, but $95, it's worth just doing it. Maybe it is a vanity metric. I'll give you that. Maybe it is a vanity metric, but for $95, I'll take a vanity metric and showing what it did after. I can take the screenshot kind of and just, hey, I was on KLA. They could be in Serbia. They could be in Austin. I don't know where they are, but getting some of those logos, because many of the brands, even that have some good names, Reuters even, automatic feeds they have through PR services. So that's me. I'm going to test it and see it. But Lanika, I see you nodding. I'll turn to you. Issuing press releases, would you say not, waste of time, try it not? What's your thoughts on that?
No, I think that press releases are a wonderful idea. So it's a great way for people who will never have access to you to find you. It's a great way for publications and different media outlets to pick you up and decide if you're somebody they want to talk to. I mean, you know, there are people in Alaska that are going to see something about you that you never would have come across, right? They never would have heard of you. So yeah, I think press releases, absolutely, you should keep doing them.
Yeah, Robert, what do you think? Would you issue a press release? Would you do it? Not? Would you think?
Yeah, I file it in the bucket of you just never know, right? Because as a podcast host, as somebody who does media, there are times where I'm looking for some information and I'll type in a name or I'll type in a topic and a press release will pop up at the top of the search or somewhere near the top of the search. And I find information that I never would have gotten. So part of it is tempering expectations. Some people feel like, okay, if I issue a press release, all the media is going to call me and I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be on the Kardashians right now. But it may work great and it may not. It's just one of those things where you may do it, nothing may happen, but 3 months later, 2 years later, somebody may see it and it may make a difference.
Yeah.
Not for sure. I love that. I love it. River Scott's chiming in. Hey, River, good to have you here. Amazing podcast. Thanks so much for being here.
From Scotland. Michael Sims, hello from Scotland.
Have you been to Scotland before, Lanika?
I haven't, not yet. That's surprising.
I love that word, yet, not yet. And Mary Kim is an amazing human, getting her son ready, getting Desi ready for school. We got Shay. Good morning, Desi. Love it. Shay, good to have you here. Valerie Stone, Proximity. Julie Loken saying, yeah, it's about optics and no such thing as bad publicity and et cetera. So love having you all here. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Celebrity CEO Show, brand new inaugural show showing up today. And my name is Ramon Ray, author of The Celebrity CEO. Get to know me better at celebrityceo.com, celebrityceo.com. Download your free Celebrity CEO personal branding blueprint and more. And we have some webinars and more coming up for you all in a bit, helping you build your personal brand to build a better business by building a better brand, helping you get attention and trust, and both of those things together equal sales for your business. Hanging out with my friend Lanika Johnson, who's the founder of Press Staffing, an amazing agency which helps you. People call it virtual assistants, a word I personally don't like. That can be for another episode only, because I think you should have titles for your staff. But for lack of a better word, I'll say virtual assistants. Lanika has an amazing company that does that, Press Staffing. Staffing. Definitely look them up. And of course, my other good friend, Robert Kennedy III, RK3. Get to know him better. Communication, telling your story, and more. RobertKennedy3.me. So check him out. Love it, love it, love it. Amber said, Amber, you went to a whole nother level with this one. I just was praying about media coverage. I can't beat that. If you praying about it,
Right.
What can CNN, Fox, and you know what I'm saying, Robert? What can they do? You just go for it.
They beat Jesus.
Yeah, right now. That's it. Done. Thank you, Mary Kim, saying it's a fabulous conversation, everybody. We got about 30 more minutes to go, 27 minutes in this episode. And again, glad you're here. Let's go to the next topic of the day. Excuse me. So another thing, school versus Facebook groups. For most of you listening to this show, watching this show, the Celebrity CEO show, know about Facebook groups. That's been around for like 4,892 years in 4 seconds. Facebook groups. Learning and following, again, from my coach, Lamar Tyler, and others, seeing how Facebook groups and Facebook in general, social media seems to be, Lanika and Robert, throttling comments, throttling things you say, not even due to politics, not that conversation. They just want you to pay money to get your stuff seen more. So I've been in a school group of recent, and it's amazing. Much more than Facebook, everything you post, you can see. It even has gamification. I showed up here my good friend Christine Smith. I think she's done like 4,892 posts, Christine. I see you, and I'm like 2 levels behind her. So the question here, Robin, I'll turn to you first. Just thoughts. Take it wherever you want. Their school, which seemed, I think it was Alex Ramosi, either he founded or he's supporting it, school community, where it seems gamification, different system, but a cousin to Facebook groups. And there are Facebook groups. Facebook groups, everybody knows Facebook. Everybody's there. You don't have to teach them something new, but it seems like school is growing. So take that where you want, Robert. Thoughts on school versus Facebook, throttling, community, all those things.
Man, this is a both and for me. It's, Facebook has been the grandfather of some of this for a little while. My gosh, Facebook's been out to since the single digit 2000s. My goodness. So there are still people there, but there definitely is a move towards planting your flag in where you can own the content and control some things a little bit differently. So school is one of those, and school is just kind of the name that is out there, but there's so many other ones as well. There's Heart Chat or something like that. There's Circle.so. There's Mighty Networks. Go High Level has its own community feature, which is almost exactly like school at this point. So there's some validity to bringing people over to your space instead of having them populate a space where there's so much to distract them as well.
But Robert, did you make up some of those names, Robert? Like people say there's Mercedes, there's Lexus and Ford, and then there's Tuk Tuk. Like who heard of the other ones you just said, Robert? Did you make those up, or those real names?
I makes nothing up. I have a document that I can have you download for a fee if you'd like to.
Or for a higher fee, you can implement it. We'll charge $100 an hour, and then send it to Lanika to get done. Lanika, talk to us.
I'll do it.
I know you will. School, Facebook, community groups, however you want to take this, Lanika, chime in on this aspect of everything we just talked about. Talk to us.
So I agree with Robert on the, both, either, or I don't know. I like the idea of school. The idea of school. You're going to get higher engagement, right? I love the built-in gamification. But there are some things about the fact that Facebook is free, right? People are already there. Facebook already has, over 1 billion users. There's so many things that you just get with Facebook, but it is frustrating when you just aren't seeing your content and it is just literally just, a shot in the dark. You post something, even in our own groups, right? You post something and your people may not see it. That becomes frustrating. But then, I kind of floated the idea of starting a school group to my clients, and there was a lot of pushback. So we'll see. I think maybe it just needs more traction. People need to get used to going over there. I just think people are used to, just muscle memory, opening up Facebook. You're right.
Yeah. I think the back end of that also is, as a content creator or as a host, curator, leader, there's some technical things that maybe the audience isn't aware of. So for example, as Facebook changes its algorithms and its API access and all of that stuff, things like, I could go live easily in a Facebook group before and multi-stream that to somewhere else. I'm not
Mhm.
able to do that in the same way anymore.
Right.
Just because Facebook said one day, hey, you know, I don't want you to do that. So you're at the whim of some of Facebook's, you know, technology back end as well. You know, and that's not to say that that can't happen on the other
Mhm.
platforms, but you know, there's
Yeah.
some other things that may not be apparent to the
Having full
community or to
ownership
the
of
audience.
your
Mhm.
experience, I think, is good on school. I
Yeah.
think that's definitely more attractive, right? These are my people. I brought them here. You know, now I can really do what I want to do. There's built-in courses, I think, on school, right? You
Yeah, you
actually
can do
put
that.
right in there. Yeah.
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 And you're right. I mean, both of you, it's one thing I want to shout out what Freddie Taylor is saying. Freddie, I think I love it. We spent tens of thousands of dollars growing our Facebook audience, and not being able to reach them is sickening. You're right, Freddie. That's the big frustration. Our mutual friend, Lamar Tyler, brought that up as well. So far, for sure, Christina Howard chiming in. I think that's our biggest frustration, regardless of the technical speeds and feeds and the UI or interface. I think the not reaching our people, even the host, Robert built up 27,000 people he has on his group. He posts 2% see it. That's just not
Right.
cool.
It's not.
Amor is saying here, Lanika Johnson adds the most pop to this show. I want to hear her voice more and more and more. This is my new favorite
Who is
morning
this
show.
person you just made up?
Amore Phillip, my new favorite morning show to listen to as I start my day. Amore, thank you so much. This is what we do. Listen,
Yes.
I wanted to do a show where we can have fun. As Robert knows, Lanika and I getting to know each other. I like to have fun. Sometimes it goes too much,
Mhm.
but I gotta have fun. Gotta have energy. If you learn something, that's a bonus. I know it sounds reverse, but I gotta have fun. I'm thinking, hey, who can I just chill with? Who will come here with not much questions or what are we doing? Just to flow with me. And I couldn't ask for better people than Lanika Johnson here, who's company Press Staffing. Y'all should definitely check that out for your virtual assistant needs. Press Staffing, an amazing group of people. I use Press Staffing, and I encourage you to check them out as well. Her team is on point and amazing. Robert Kennedy III, RobertKennedy3.me, amazing communication specialist. You're like, you know what? I want to be on stage. I want to give a TED Talk. I want to speak better. I want to communicate better. I want to do the thing. Come on, look at Robert. Look at that show. What he can do right there.
Wait a minute. What was that camera? Wait.
Come on.
I need another camera.
Let's go.
Wait a minute.
You need two more. You need two more. How about that?
Okay. I gotta get it
Robert,
together.
Lanika just felt so, she thought she was popping with her like camera she got from Radio Shack. She was like, oh, I'm good. And then Robert, you just showed
I'm like, I gotta up my game. What am I doing? Press isn't paying me enough.
I heard I was coming on TV with Ramon. That's what that is.
There we go. And hey, the rundown with Ramon, I will say, y'all know my track record. It's growing. I'm in talks right now with some people to take that show bigger. And so look out for that. It's a 30-minute show I do every day, weekdays. And the Celebrity CEO show will show where we'll see where it goes. But this, hopefully you all enjoy it. Look at the comments here on Clubhouse. Joe says, I used to stream into my Facebook group all the time with StreamYard. It's a pain now. Yeah, that's the thing that you mentioned, Robert. It's a pain when you build up a business, generating money, you're serving clients, and they change something that jacks it all up. So Joe was saying that. Who's the founder of School? I believe Alex Hermosi was connected to it in some way, shape, or form. Stars Tina. Yes, exactly. Love your comment there. Jerry was chiming in here. And again, Stars Tina, thanks for being salt of the earth. Amazing people. Stars Tina, always uplifting and valuing others and etc. Amber Donald, thank you so much for saying that. Respect to all and congratulations for your accomplishments. Indeed, we receive that. On the BWC side, did y'all want to jump in? Any questions, thoughts, comments, answers? Me, Lanika, and Robert could go on this show for the next 15 minutes easily solo. I can do the whole show. I can do 6 hours solo if need be, but this is for you. So on the BWC side, the benefit of a platform like this is people can unmic and talk right to the co-host, Robert Kennedy and Lanika.
Ramon, I'm jumping in really quick.
Let's do it. Mike is yours.
In school all the time. You're here. Are you able to balance that? Can you help us?
Next. Who else is next with a better question?
Hey, Ramon,
no.
This is GA. Got a quick question for you, man.
Hold on 1 second, GA. 1 second. GA, hold on 1 second.
What's up, Ramon? I got a quick question for small fries, the big fish in the small pond.
Yes, sir.
Really? On this marketing and press side, is it possible, and just speak to this, is it possible to actually get press for your business, your venture, whatever you're doing, and it doesn't have to be about you? You don't have to be a celebrity. Is that possible? Is that just shooting yourself in the kneecap in the middle of a 500-yard race? Talk to me.
I love it, GA. Tina, I'm going to answer your question first. GA, I'm going to answer your question second. So, Tina, how to do it all? I'm realizing very clearly We are all made different. I'll give an example of me and Lanika. I asked Lanika about something, as we grow and work together. And she said, Ramon, let me think about it. Let me be thoughtful. Let me consider my time. That's not the kind of answer I give, meaning instinctively, I'm having some fun here. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's rush. So meaning I happen to be a person, let's do 1,000 things. We'll see what happens. But often I'm a bit overwhelmed. Often I waste time. Now, those listening to the sound of my voice and seeing me, my friends Lanika and Robert, they know I have the receipts, written 5 books, hung out with best stages in the world. Gary Vaynerchuk, been on his events, built 5 businesses, sold 3. I got the receipts. I've done it. But my journey to do it, it's been probably a lot of wasted time. Lanika's cool peeps too. Very successful woman. Her journey, maybe it's the same or similar. You get what I'm getting at, but maybe a bit. So my point in, how do I do it all? That's me. And I encourage people, Tina, I love how you're asking that question because you and I vibe on the same frequency there. Everybody can't do this. Everybody can't say, I'm going to do the Rundown with Ramon Daily Show. I'm going to do the Celebrity CEO Show. And eventually I should look at my numbers and look at the impact better or differently. But to answer it, I have the capacity, I must say, to do multiple things at once. Hence, when I go to my church convention with 2,000 people, I can advantage, and build the right people. So that's the aspect of doing it all. Lanika, I'll turn to you, and then GA will get into what you asked. Lanika, please talk to me.
Yeah. So I need to answer this because
Please.
this is really important to me. So balance to me looks like what is relative balance, right? There's no perfect balance. So there are going to be times in your life where you are really, really focused on your business, and times that you're very, very focused on your family, and times that you're very focused on yourself and your friends and your social life. But where do you find relative balance, and where do you decide to focus your energy? None of us can have everything that we want all at the same time, but you can have it all, just not all at once, right? So figuring out how you can balance that for your life, and depending on the season that you're in, right? So when my children were younger, that was a completely different balance that I had to have. Now I'm an empty nester. Both of my kids are in their 20s. I have all the time in the world. That's why I'm always in a different country, right? So I have the time to do what I want to do, but I only want to do what I want to do now, right? I feel like all those years that I was raising kids and building businesses, I was doing what I had to do. So now I could do what I want to do, and I only spend time on the things that I enjoy. So finding that relative balance, I think, is important. So you can have it all, just not all at once.
No, and thank you, Lanika. The relative balance is important because if we get to the relativity, I think then we'll know, what works for them and how they're living. And as our friend Scott Simons, many of the BWC side, he says, don't say it must be nice. Don't look at Lanika's Trash Logic business, multi-million-dollar business, say, oh, how did she do that? Well, you don't know the struggles, the journey she worked through to get that. You don't know it. So be careful of that. Robert, anything you want to talk about this aspect of doing it all? And then we'll jump onto GA's question as well.
What you say now? I'm trying to pay attention to Clubhouse and Facebook and scrolling all that stuff at the same time.
Yeah. Before I get distracted for a second, did you hear how Lanika just flossed on us just now? She was like, I don't have time to hang out in the United States with Ramon and Robin.
But I did hear her say she's in first class on Emirates Airlines, and she was just, going all over the world with her. Lanika's the type of person, no joke, Robert. Lanika's the type of person, when she lands, everybody else, they greeted by the person in the red vest, maybe. People I got enough miles. I'm greeted by the red vest people. I got a thank you card from United Airlines person. I'm very proud to say this. A thank you card at 30,000 feet, whatever it was, saying, Ramon, thank you for flying witness. But I thought I was cool people. Lanika's the people, if I travel with her, it's like, oh, Lanika, your black Range Rover's on the tarmac. We're going to drive you 10 feet to the next gate. That's how she travels. So you just, what can I say, Robert? That's how she is. But
goal number 3 for 2025 on my list. Travel with Lanika.
And there's a little echo on your side, Robert, just so you know. You probably need to hit a button or two, a little echo on your side. But just wanted to let you know, Robert, just came only the second. Could be probably because you're on Clubhouse too. But the question was, the thought, Robert, just talk about doing all the things. And you see how I roll, Robert. Tina was just saying, Ramon, we see you doing this, that, and the other. And I was just saying, I'm not saying that's the best way. I'm not saying that's the perfect way. It works for me. And maybe there's ways I could improve. So just your comments on doing all the things or not, more focus or not. Thoughts on that, Robert?
There are different seasons in life. There are times where you're going to be doing a lot of things, and sometimes people say, oh, I've got to be balanced in life. And I don't know that balance is achievable in the way that we think about it. Sometimes there are moments where I want to achieve something. There's a result that I'm after, and I'm going to have to prioritize. You know, I've got 3 children and I want to go to all their soccer games. I want to go to all their volleyball and baseball and basketball and cheerleading events. And I'm also building a business. And sometimes I may need to travel in order to get the resource or to do the things that I need to do in order to support them or give them the life that they need. So I may need to miss something in in that season. So yeah, you want to balance, but I believe more in prioritization and determining what goal or what result you're after in that particular space or that season, and being aware of where you are.
I love that, Robert. That is so powerful. Being aware of where you are, that's so important as well. Seth Godin often says, my other mentor says, Ramon, decide what lane you want to be in. He never says kind of no, just decide what you want to do. That's all. If you want to build, if you want to be the artist, he says, and you want to make one painting at a time and sell that one painting to a high value client or not, whatever, just decide it. And you'll have to, maybe you're making whatever you're making. Or if you're saying you want to own a painting company and hire other painters, right? Lanika's doing myself. That's great. You just have to decide. Do you want, so there's multiple ways, I think, just decide. GA asked a great question again. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Celebrity CEO Show. You got about 11 minutes to go on this show, hanging out with Lanika Johnson, founder of Press Staffing and Trash Logic. Press Staffing, which I know be very apropos for many of you listening to this. Great company where you can get virtual assistants to help you grow your business, doing a variety of skills and tasks. It's a great company. I use Press Staffing, so you should consider them as well. Robert Kennedy III, RK3, RobertKennedy3.me. Amazing communication coach, specialist, and more. As he just said, really like he said that, helping you tell your story in a variety of ways. Maybe that's in a corporate setting. Maybe that's in a place like this. Maybe that you have a desire to get your first TED Talk. Maybe you want to be a professional speaker. Robert's the guy who can help you this. And again, me helping people build their personal brands and more. CelebrityCEO.com. Definitely download our personal branding kit. I need to help Robert get my story because Robert, like you, sometimes I have the gem, Robert. It just floats. I see it floating. I see it. And I got to hire one of Lanika's people, to pull the balloon right down. All right. And we'll get to that question, G, in 1 second. Let's see here. Some more comments coming in. Thank you so much. JR Bird is here. JR, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate that. Just decide that is good. Great show, guys. Appreciate it so much. Zandra says, yes, you must prioritize. You definitely must. Zandra Sexton Holmes, thanks for being here, Robert. Appreciate Zandra. Thanks for being here. Stars Tina, really just always love having you here. You're an amazing leader. I'm grateful to follow your lead. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. I didn't see what she said again. Ramon, you're an amazing leader. I'm grateful to follow your lead. Keep the great work.
You want us to read it too? Yeah. Ramon, you are an amazing leader, and I'm grateful to follow your lead. Keep up the great work.
I think that three times is good, Lanika. Thank you so much. I love that. Okay, so GA asked, and Robert, I'll turn this to you first to answer. GA asked the bottom line, and I love the question. Ramon, if you don't want to be the celebrity CEO, you don't want to use your personal brand, can you grow a business? I have an answer on that. I'm sure you do, Lanika. Robert, I'll turn to you first. And I think he asked a good question. For me, I happen to use my personality, my name, image, likeness, who I am to grow my business. That's just what has worked for me. But GA, and I'm going to take it further, Robert, he's asking, let's say you're building a mouse company. You're building a mouse company. You're building a clock company, whatever you're building a new phone. I'm a team of engineers. Lanika wants to be not the face of it. She doesn't want to, hey, what's up? Good morning. It's just buy the mouse pad, buy the remote, buy the water bottle, whatever I'm building. Can you still grow a business? Can you get publicity? Can you do the things on the corporate brand? Robert Kennedy, talk to the people.
I love these questions, and I love the fact that a lot of them, the answer is it depends, right? There's no great absolute answer to this. Some of this is, what is the type of business that you want to build? How big do you want to build your business? Is it 1 million? Is it a $10 million business? Or are you cool with a $50,000 business? And sometimes celebrity is a great way, or personal brand is a great way. And sometimes you're borrowing celebrity. Sometimes you might just want to sell a product that is already famous on its own, and you don't need to have a personal brand to do that. So you've got to decide what your end game is, what your goal is, how big do you want to grow, what type of business do you want to have, how much time do you want to invest in growing a personal brand? If you're like, I don't want to invest a lot of time in that, then borrow celebrity, borrow a product that is already famous so that you don't have to do the work and people just want to do it on the face of the results that the product itself brings.
I love that. Lanique, I want to get you before we do. Again, we're going to have the BWC crowd. We got 8 minutes to go. I'd love to hear from some of you in BWC if you wish. And GA, I hope we're answering your question. Love having the BWC Breakfast with Champions. We're using the Clubhouse audio app. Definitely download the app if you haven't already. Clubhouse. You can find it. Clubhouse audio only app. Download that. Check out the Breakfast with Champions community led by Marilyn Woken and the whole team. Julie Loken, I believe, and John and others are helping her lead this community. Great community who's been around for 4 or 5 years. If you're like needing personal development, you want a group of people to laugh with, cry with, who've gone through trauma, gone through this, gone through the other, and are warriors that are going forward in victory, you definitely want to be in the Breakfast with Champions community. It has changed my life, and I know it will change yours too. Lanika, going back to branding, using a personal brand or not, thoughts, comments on that aspect?
Yes, it depends. I find that for some of us that are introverts, we really don't want to be the face, which is, it's difficult because if you are the expert, people want to hear from you. But Trash Logic, I am the expert, and I've been having this struggle. Maybe you guys can help me with this since we're here. Can we have a therapy session?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been struggling with this on LinkedIn because press staffing, I don't feel that I need to be the face of it, right? I feel that we can just market it as what it is. And there is confusion because I have built my trash industry, my trash empire, right, over the last 15 years. So people know me as the waste reduction specialist. So it's very difficult now to come out and say, hey, I have this staffing company. And people are like, wait, who are you? What are you doing? So trying to figure out how to position myself to the world when I have these two very different things going on has been a little bit of a challenge. So yes, Robert, please help me.
And this is where personal brand becomes super important. It's not that you're saying, hi, I'm the queen of this, and now I'm going to try to be the queen of that. It's what is your position in the world? I think about Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, right? Gary V started out as a wine company, or as the owner of a wine company that his parents passed down to him, right? And so that's where he grew for quite a while. And then he said, okay, I'm going to do this other thing. And he's got Vayner Media now, right? But he still has the wine company, and he still promotes the wine company. He just had some sort of sale or some promotion the other day about the wine company, and he's known for both of those things. So there are plenty of examples. Tony Robbins, known for motivation, and then he started doing real estate and showing people how to invest and becoming great at that. So it's, if you gain trust in one brand, it's easier for you to create a momentum in another brand because people already trust you.
Yes.
Come on now.
I agree. But do I have to show my face? I just don't want to show my face. I kind of don't want to show.
That's up to you, but you can show your face.
Okay.
But it's not so. It's not just about showing your face. It's about you saying to people, "Hey, my face is here on this brand, and we've built a relationship. We've built rapport already. I'm doing this other thing, and you don't even have to worry about the quality of it, or you don't have to worry about whether or not it's going to work because you know me." You trust me. You know, like, and trust me already. We already have a relationship. I complete you.
Where's the music, Robert? You need to
hold on.
Robert,
hold on. This music. No. Wrong one.
Wrong.
And or Robert, maybe Lanika gets a joint venture, a partnership with a company that reaches thousands and millions of small business owners in her perfect demo, and she doesn't have to be the face of it, but she aligns with the brand who does that, and likes to be the face of it. And that brand every morning, every day says, I use press staffing, you should too. And they get like a little cut for when they send it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying, who knows?
I think that's a great idea.
Just saying, because I built anyways, y'all know where I'm going. Lanika, we're already working together. So, okay, love it. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Celebrity Show. If you think this show is on speed and you're trying to slow down the show, it's not your button on your phone. It's my voice, which goes very fast. BWC crowd, I'm going to pause for a bit here. Breakfast with Champions. Give y'all a chance to jump in if you want. We got about 3 minutes to go. If anybody wants to jump in and say your name and ask a comment or give a question before we close down.
Ramon, you needed the Chariots of Fire music where they're running in slow motion toward each other for that comment.
GA, I love you being here. GA, tell the people who you are, what you do, man. Give a shout out about yourself real quick. Love having you here on the show.
Hey, love you, Ramon. My name is G.A. Pimpleton, and we're very, very simple at Akudo Capital. We actually either find you money, make you money, or save you money. That's all we do all day, 42 days, 52 weeks out of the year. We do that with small business owners, families, and our goal is to make your money work harder for you than you work for it. That's what we do all day, every day. Love you, man.
I appreciate that, Jay. I love you too. Can't wait to see you in February at Julie Loken's Creative Con. And when you're one of the reasons, Jay, I must say that I signed up for it when I heard you were going. We got 2 minutes to go. Christina Howard, thanks for saying wonderful job. Appreciate you. Christina Howard has her event. By the way, Lanika and Robert, IYMS.org, IYMS.org. And Christina, Lanika has way too much money. Robert Kennedy have way too much money. If you need donations, you need them to like.
There's no such thing.
Just that's true.
I can use more.
My point is, Christina, Robert and Lanika can donate to those beautiful kids. IYMS.world, IYMS.world. So you hit up Robert and say, Robert, you got a fancy mic that costs you $7,500. I'm just messing with y'all. IYMS.world, IYMS.world. Check it out. Christina Howard's event. Listen, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. Before we close the show, let me give you a last word, Lanika, and definitely remind us who you are, what you do, how we should reach you. Last tip of the day thought. It's been a great inaugural episode of the Celebrity CEO Show on Breakfast with the Champions. Lanika, mic is yours.
Ramon, thank you so much. You're the only person who could get me on camera at 5 a.m. Pacific. So
thank you.
I am Lanika E. Johnson on Instagram. I'm Lanika Johnson, 2 I's in my name. That first I is silent, not really, but that's just the way we pronounce it. I am the CEO of Press Staffing, pressstaffing.com. Yes, there are 3 S's in that URL, and we will staff your company for whatever you need, from HR professionals down to your administrative assistants, as long as they can work remote. And we are based in the Philippines. And I cannot wait to meet all of you. This year, I will be collaborating with anyone who can add value, and I can add value to them. So thank you so much for this opportunity to be here, and I'm super excited.
Thank you, Lanika. And that's the word I want to say, staffing, because it's a staffing company. That's the word. Thank you for that message.
Yes.
Robert Kennedy, talk to the people, brother. Last tip of the day thought, and then please tell the people again who you are, who you work with, and et cetera. Please, mic is yours.
I love it. I'm Robert Kennedy III, RK3, and I believe that your words deserve to be heard. I believe that you have the power to attract your ideal audience and to not just sell them stuff, but to change their lives and transform their world. So storytelling, communication, connection is the most powerful way to do that. And you can connect with me at kineticcommunications.com. RobertKennedy3.me is the easiest way to get to all of the different channels. I'd love to be a part of your journey. Let's go.
I love it. Again, everybody, thanks for being here in the comments here. We had Zandra here, G here, Gwendolyn and Frank and Freddie here, Christine Smith and Amber and so many others have been in the comments. JR Bird, we're getting good kudos, Robert and Lanika, so I know we have something here. People like the fun and information. And for the audience hearing my voice, the question is, do we just have Robert and Lanika? If they're so kind, it goes 2 ways. They have busy lives too. Have them here every Tuesday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as we can. Maybe we'll have some others, but they could be just consistent hosts. I was thinking of changing it up every week, and or should we not? So I'd like to know y'all opinion of what that. And again, thanks for those on the BWC side. With that, I'm going to end the live stream. Robert and Lanika, thank you for joining us. Definitely check up staffing company, Press Staffing. Check out what Robert Kennedy's doing. Appreciate you, Robert. Appreciate you, Lanika. And again, everybody, you can get to know me better at celebrityceo.com, celebrityceo.com. I'm going to end this live stream now and go back on Clubhouse for 30 seconds or so.